Dear Melissa, I want to help my organization make product trade off decisions on financial analysis rather than what the founder feels is the right thing to invest on. What are typical ROI analysis frameworks that are appropriate for a SaaS product? So, as we're deciding how we should make product trade offs, you may have seen some of the different frameworks for prioritization that come back to effort, time, cost, all these different things. I don't love those. I think you should really look at cost because you want to know how much it's going to cost to build things. You should look at timing as well, but you need to do it in a lens that combines it back to the financial metrics, just like this person is talking about. So, thank you for asking this. One thing that you do is tie it back to the strategic intents. So, in a lot of these episodes, I talk about the product strategy framework that I teach, where we have strategic intents at the company level. And those are about company metrics like increasing ARR, increasing retention, reducing costs overall. You want to figure out how your product ladders back into each one of those by using things like lagging indicators and the problems you're solving for customers to show a correlation between what you're building and what you expect to achieve up there. Now, to do that, I really love frameworks and things like cost of delay. So, cost of delay is something that I love teaching. It's really looking at the measurement of benefit over time. So, what cost of delay calculations will tell you is if we release product A versus product B, do one in sequence versus the other, what's the benefit we expect to realize in that sequence? Now, what if we switched it and did product B, then A? Cost of delay is telling you how much money you could potentially be losing by delaying the work on a specific product. So you want to look at that. It takes into account how long it's going to take to deliver and to start generating money. It's also going to look at how much money total is expected over time. So when we put those two things together, now we could start to look at, should we reorder our roadmaps? Should we start to look at different options for, bringing in maybe even people to help us release things sooner because can be getting that benefit. So I'd look into cost of delay for sure to help you with your ROI framework prioritization. This is really, really, really valuable. When you do this as well, you will also be doing a lot of modeling. Now, you're not going to go in there and just be like, hey, feature A is going to get us $6,000. That's not how this works, right? We open up the spreadsheets, we start to make assumptions. So you're going to be doing a lot of financial modeling. We believe feature A is going to solve this problem for these segment of users. We have these customers in danger of churning. I'm going to put a number around them that we might be able to save. We have these potential customers we can go after. I'm going to put a number around them. I'm going to talk to sales. I'm going to model out how much we could potentially sell. I'm going to make it realistic. I'm going to do a low versus a high calculation. And I'm going to plug all those models in using cost of delay, calculating out that benefit, going back to the engineering team, figuring out how long realistically are we thinking about this. And you don't have to get into like nitty gritty weeks and days. You could say, if it takes a quarter, what is that going to look like? If it takes a month, what is that going to look like, right? Like swag guesstimates over here. We plug all that in and it will help us actually look at how much money potentially could we get from this if we do it in this type of sequence. I think those things are extremely powerful. Once you start introducing cost of delay to your company, it really takes away a lot of the noise and a lot of the fighting about which ideas are better. I've used this for quite a while. I've done cost of delay analysis with teams and with executives who've been very, very strongly opinionated, especially founders, where they think they need to do product A versus B. And you show them what you expect to get when you release it, and they're blown away when the answer is different than what they expect. So I highly encourage you to look into that. Blackswanfarming.com is a website by Joshua Arnold that has fantastic cost of delay resources on there to get you started. Definitely check that out, and I hope it helps.